Off we go. Do we? We live yet? There we go. All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Now, today it's weathering time for the B-17. We're largely done. And as such, we're, well, going to do the weathering. That's the nuts and bolts. Along the way, there is something we still need to do on the Lavochkin, so we're going to attend to some of that. But at the end of the day, I have just outlined what's going to happen. It's pretty simple. All right. That all being so, we shall caffeine time. Oh, yeah. Now, round you come. All righty. Now, I'll just move this out the way. That's the front canopy. Now, what we shall do, move that across. Dear, oh dear. Now, first, this little beastie can come over to here. And we're going to try and attach something on the end there. Yes, we are. The part that's actually supposed to go there broke off. What I'm actually going to use is part of a B-17 gun that we don't use and looks appropriate. So we'll get onto that. If that all happens, or even if it doesn't. Oh, hey, Stephen, how are you doing? Even if it doesn't happen, we'll progress to the B-17 weathering. Anyway, now, in we come. Up. And up. There we go. So, what I'm looking for, now this would be the time for the ultra thin glue, you would suggest. This is not related to B-17 stuff at this juncture. On the Lavochkin, there's supposed to be that's supposed to go out further. The actual bit that goes there, we'll need to zoom in. Broke off and yada 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 yada. Anyway, I'm going to try and fit a portion of B-17 gun on there. We'll see how that rolls. Now, as I said, this is where we're going to try some ultra thin glue. Regardless of whether this works or not, we will then, Jesus, that wasn't meant to happen, kids. Now, I might want to keep a bit of an eye on the temperature. It's meant to be 37 today, I think it is. And whilst it's still fairly early on here, excuse me, I'm just trimming I'll zoom you out for a moment so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just taking off about as much of this as I think I'm going to require. Come here, pretty small portion that you can see in my hands, or not. But you can imagine that it's, ouch. There we go. Well, you can see it's pretty small. Now, hopefully, oh, hey, David, how are you doing? Oh, Ian, how are you doing? Now. Once I get this on, as I said, it's weathering time. And then, yeah. once I've got the weathering completed, I'll weathering doesn't take too long generally, although bigger aircraft, hey. All right, let's see how we go, kids. Not quite. No. One more try. I can see this is gonna probably come off and break my heart. I do have one, kids, it's true. Let's go old school. Let's face it, Revell's never let us. I'm starting to think that when all is said and done, just cut to the chase and go the Revell, because I'm not too taken with those glues, to be honest. Yeah, that's now nudge that. Yeah, we're going to come. I'm just going to pop that into there, and we'll come back. I'll deal with that later. I want to get onto the weathering. I don't want this knees bent advancing behaviour. Now, right. Anyway, not quite sure how that rolled out. Never mind. I'm on now. Okay. First chipping. So we'll go for a bit of natural steel, which is, I know I have that out. I do. That's oily steel. No. Looking. Come here, you. I know you're around here. Used it just the other day. Oh, really? Here we go. I would say. Boom. Natural steel. Alrighty. Now. At the chipping, we'll do on the wings. A few bits and bobs. Yeah. Then we'll start grunging it. Probably do a little bit of chipping on the, and while I think to, by golly, by gosh, by crikey, I would be well advised to do any grunging on the propellers right about now. Funk soul brother. Oh dear, what inspired that? Anyway, now I don't. In fact, I prefer to have less area. That'll do us. That's stable enough. That's stable enough. That's stable enough. Stable enough. Oh God, I'm in very poor form today. Yeah, that sun's already starting to get a bit rowdy. I might need to shut the front door. Wow. It's not even, it's only just gotten 10 past 8. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh. Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, I liked your, what you were working on. That was very cool, man. The pic you sent me. Liked it. Ooh, like it. Nice one, Centurion. Now. Delay. Now. We shall. Off air. Boom. And therefore, alrighty. Okay. And finally, this one. Ding. What the devil? Yoink. I ask you, Kai. Oh, hey, Roland, how are you doing? Now, we are ready to rock and or roll. Oh, Roland saw, well, they don't call themselves Sepultura now, it's the Cavalera Brothers trilogy. But I saw them on Thursday night. They were awesome. I was most impressed, I was. Now, let's get a bit of sponge. Up you come. So that we can do our chipping. Now, something that I'm going to need to do, some of these flaps aren't staying on. So that can actually be used to our advantage, in my opinion. Because what we're going to do is actually, give me a moment here, where'd it go to? There it is. We're actually going to do some chipping along there. I can probably do the same with this one. Yep. Where they go up and down, and that'll make it easier. That's my theory. Now, So, we shall get that onto there. That's probably a bit bigger than I wanted, actually. I'm probably being a little particular. Who would have thought? Me being particular. Come here, you. There's a little fibre that... There we go. Now, probably that's a better angle, I tell you. By golly, by gosh, by crikey. Right. Right. Yeah, when I went to the Sepultura concert, of course, there's no chairs. You wouldn't expect that. There's 3 bands on. The show went all up. I was standing for 4 hours, and at the end of it, my arthritis was going, now look, son, about that. No. You can start enjoying this level of discomfort. Now, would I put myself through it again, knowing that would be the outcome? You betcha. It was totally worth it. Totally worth it. Now, we go. Yeah, a little bit in here. Bit around the edges there, perhaps. Okay, can you see what I'm doing now? Now, there we go. Now I'm getting a little bit of natural steel. Just put it around the edges here randomly to create a slightly weathered look along the edges of the... You can't do it where the rubber stuff is. Down around here, and we'll come across to here a bit. And it's not a heavy effect. You don't want a big amount of this on. Remember, it's just where the wind's been ripping past. It's not, there we go, anything too heavy duty necessarily. And to some point, less is probably more, if you know what I'm saying. You don't want to get too carried away with this shit. You really don't. Because otherwise it starts looking, because remember, maintenance was done on them. Now we shall move it to about this angle for a bit. And I'm going to move the camera. Now, I'm going to go along here, just lightly, like I said. Along the back here, perhaps. Now, once I've done the other side that same sort of a way along there, we'll start doing miscellaneous, and we might as well do parts of these tail fins as well. At that point, we're going to do a few miscellaneous dings on the wing fuselage. Actually, no, we'll do the underside next. Then I'll turn it back over this side, dings. That's the plan. Come along here. There we go. Now, as that goes on that way, we shall just along the edge there, where we can maybe see that it's been rotating a bit. Put a bit on this side. There we go. So it's just like, it's not much, but so as you can see what I'm on about, hopefully. Fuck's sake. Hang on. Not helping. Maybe. Hang on. Right. So you can sort of see that it's just a small, where it's been going up and down, because that's what it would have. That in conjunction with the a lot of the dings and stuff, it'll look good. Zoom out. Now, where was I? Here I was. Now, where's the other one of those gone? Oh, really? Really? Oh, here we go. Now, it's that way. And I might just move you guys up, back for a moment, so that I can come into here, nice and comfy. There we go. There we go. Right. Now, other bits. There's a shitload of them. We're going to knock them across there. Them across to there. Actually, what we're going to do this on the other side too. A few little bits on these engine cowlings. So of course those things there open and shut. Bit more paint, I think. That's already clogging up. Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna need to do some I don't know what the correct term might be for this occasion, but take some steps to address the temperature that's starting to arrive already. Yeah, now, all right, now, give me a couple of minutes, guys. I should do this because I can already feel the temperature is going to start causing the shit to dry out way too fast. Now, oh, I did not need to get up that quickly. That was not helpful. One window down. Aircon. Come on now, don't lie to me. Oh, there we go. Aircon on. Hey, yo. Sorry about this, guys. Shut door. Okay, and I should also shut my bedroom window. Shut bathroom door. Shut window. House now in lockdown, and will be so for the next 2 days. This is Australia. Oh yeah, nice. It's always good when you can score something like that, dude. Now we're gonna continue our. Already I can tell you that's temperature-wise a whole lot more pleasant. Now, a few dings here and there. What's a big one? Never mind. Bit here, perhaps. Now, do I want to do more on this side before I migrate to the other side? Possibly. I've got a 1:350. Oh, here we go. We got 37 today, 35 tomorrow. I think our low temperature tonight's 21. Now, for somebody like Roland, this is something he'd be dealing with this sort of stuff quite frequently. I'm sure Brazil gets pretty hot. Well, yeah, it's part of the tropics, isn't it? And humid, I would suggest. And I'm about due for a fresh blob of paint because this stuff's getting a bit gluggy. Ooh, that's a big scrape. Never mind. Oh, someone's having a big thing there. Mind you, that's not so outlandish. All right. Now, we'll move that around. That way. And we shall go here. All right. Getting there. Now we're going to go along here. A few little dings. Ooh, big ding to cover up. Ooh, a couple of big dings. Never mind. Probably could have a couple of big dings. After all, it is a. Hey, Skid Racer, how you doing? Brazil's getting heavy rain as well. Deary me, Gov. Now, coming along here. Bit of that chipping. And very soon, we will be good to go on the undercarriage with this. Now, I would probably, dare I suggest it, be well served to get my jig for doing the undercarriage with the chipping. Oh, thank you, Skid Racer. I appreciated that. Glad you enjoy it, mate. I appreciate that. Thank you. Now, there we go. A few little things, as I said. All right. We're getting there, kids. We're getting there. It's all very exciting, I tells you. Now, what we're going to do next. I reckon I am indeed well advised to get... could I be bothered getting up and getting the jig? Really? Probably not. You get a mouthful of coffee. Then I'm just going to rely on... And in fact, in some ways, it may even be better without the jig by virtue of the fact of... excuse me a moment, guys, while I just see if I can get a little bit. There we go. There. Come on. There we go. All right. because I reckon I'll be, by virtue of the fact I'll be able to twist it around a bit. No, no, I haven't. I probably should. Now, what we're going to do next, but I will probably change that setting for Twitch in due course on that suggestion. It's not a bad idea. Now, next, we shall move that around this way a little. Get hold of it just. Big tip for those of you wishing to pick up a B-17 you built, under no circumstances grab there. Certainly not with the Revell variant. And the reason for that is there are two windows there. If you are unlucky, you will push them inside your aircraft. This is what we bald men call less than ideal. In fact, that is not what I would call it. I'd call it a damn sight worse than that. Just so as you know, if you're ever building this kit. So there you go. Now, as I was saying, excuse me, I've got an itchy eye, bad timing. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. And here we go, kids. Might just move the camera. There we go. Now, we'll go a bit here, a little bit there, yeah. There, bit here. Ah, the doors, yes. There'll definitely be a bit of action there to be worked with. Bit here, there. Bit on the front. Now we're going to here. There. And we'll just do so. Into here would be good. All right. Now, with this done, or when this is done, we will be able tomorrow to put the last little bits on it. And then that means that come to, well, I've got a few options as to how I approach the remainder of the week. And as far as whether I wish to start my New Year's builds, which I might. Little things here. Humor thing. Now, when you're doing this, if you choose to do this sort of a thing, don't be shy. I'm giving it a few quite meaty dings, in fact. If that, because, I mean, you can see I've done that unintentionally, and that's okay. And the reason I say that, I haven't quite finished with this, because what I need to do is, of course, propellers. Anyway, the reason I say that is because debris, aside from gunfire, debris used to fall around and onto aircraft all the time, ranging from bits of other aircraft through to human limbs. God, imagine that. There's a sight you wouldn't want to have. But yeah, it's a thing. So anyway, at the end of the day, you can quite happily, therefore, as you can imagine, put some quite chunky things in the paintwork. There we go, there's one. Because of that very fact. It's the same as you want them nice and grungy. Aircraft that have been flying out and about in combat didn't generally look clean and pristine. Now, almost there. One of these got quite a chunky bit of weathering on it again on the blade edge, but again, even propellers hit shit, they weren't exempt. Need a bit more paint on that. Almost done. What you're mostly trying to achieve by using the bit of sponge randomly was is that unevenness. If you were to go completely even with your chipping, it would just look like paint. You want something that just looks uneven, rough. Alrighty, there's that. There we go. It's not going to be completely even, is it? Indeed, some of the blades would have been replaced, some would not. All these little variables. There we go. Yeah, it's nice. Almost done. Come on. There we go. All right. All right. There we go. Now, I'll give you a quick zoom in on this one. At least on some of it. Now, let me just get this out of the way. All right. Now, yep. So as you can see, there's a little bit of roughness on the edges. There we go. Little bits here and there. It's not consistent, and that's important. There we go. And if you look at the aircraft, might zoom you out a bit for here. You can see it's got little dings and chips and shit in it, as it should have, in my opinion. Now, yep, our next port of call. Thank you. Thank you. It is small stuff, but to me, it's one of those things that what you get is it's an effect that people would pick up almost subconsciously. I have this theory. Sorry, it's a Monty Python sketch I'm rather fond of. And my theory is that people will notice stuff sometimes without consciously registering it. They'll know it should look a certain way, and if it doesn't look that way, they might not go, well, what's not right here is this, but they'll somehow go, something's not right. You can make it right. That's my theory. If you see what I'm coming at from there. Now, next, good people, we're after two simple effects. Oil. Come to Papa. How much we got here? No, I'm going to have to use the other oil stain. I've got two here, happily. Oil. Sorry, I keep bumping the boom there. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now, what shall I use? Give me a moment, guys. I do have a brush specific for this. Believe it or not. Or these brushes I would prefer to use for this purpose. We will use this one. Of these is good. Yeah, baby. All right. I have an array of what I call shit brushes for all sorts of these sorts of purposes. This is one such. And as you can see, because it's got that nice flicky sort of stuff, we can get nice and grungy with it. Now, break this up a bit. Now, what we're going to do, very obviously here, the oil goes... Oh, shit. I just realised something. I know I'm good. I was just thinking, where does the exhaust come out? Well, there's some vents there, and obviously on the underside, it's not rocket science, Robster. What are you doing, boy? And also there would be general grunge as well. So, we get some on our... What this is, just so as you know, is that stuff there. Tamiya Weathering Master. It's good stuff, guys. I use it pretty standardly as for this sort of purpose. Yeah. Now, there's many ways you can go about this. I've seen dudes do this with pastels, I believe they were, like, crayons. Yeah. It's just that this is ready to rock and there to be used, and you just go, well, hello. Now, you see what I'm doing? Might slightly move that up. There we go. So what we're going to do now, into there, let's get that nice and grungy. Grungy! These things used to blow a lot of smoke when they started up. A lot of smoke and oil and yuckiness. What one Nigel Tufnell would doubtless refer to as mucky muck. Let's start. Give me a moment. Grind up some more. There we go. Alrighty, now. There we go. You want it nice and messy. Now what I should do is get this into position. This is what I call my weathering tray, because there's a lot of grunginess and yuckiness that this will catch that otherwise goes on the desk. Now, almost there with the oil. To give you a bit of a compare and contrast, see, that's that one. Yep. Bing. There's a clean one. You can see it's a bit grungy, and yeah, that one's a bit shinier. Yeah. Not that that one's finished yet either. You want that dirt grime right in there. And around the outside, into there, into there. Get in there, look. There we go. All right. We're getting there. All right. Now, finally, soot. And that goes absolutely everywhere. Now, and just in different quantities, and in some instances a little more precisely than others, as you will see. Now, first, let's get our soot. Oh, I know where I forgot to put oil. Hang on a moment. Propellers require a bit of oil action, because they would have copped it. Yes, they would. So we'll just go. Make them look a bit grungy with it. There we go. One. And might just put my finger there to hold that. Two. All right. I've got some here I can hopefully pick up. Actually, what I might do, I'm going to do, you can't see there's some on the desk and I'm trying to pick up. And what I'm going to do is, once I've tried applying that, I'm going to mop that up straight away with a bit of paper towel and some saliva, because that has the potential to get very, very messy. Yeah, it already is. That is the downside of this stuff. It is good, but like any powder, can get around places you don't want to. It's a bit like sand, you know. You go down the beach, and let's face it, one of the downsides of going to the beach is you wind up with sand in places you just don't want it. I'm not actually that big a beach person, I've got to say, contrary to what the image of most Australians is. Partly that's because I'm as white as, and got to be real careful with sunburn. My family's from England, and when we first immigrated, there was no awareness of the sun and what it would do to your skin. And yeah, some of the sunburn was brutal, man. I remember copying blisters once. It was savage. Alrighty. Now, that's them grunged with oil. Now we move to the soot. Yeah, the blister one. Oh lordy, it was a harsh learning experience. There's a part of me that can't help but think that it's one of those moments when people of colour would have been able to turn to me and say, "You're not so mighty now, are you, Whitey?" Is that politically incorrect? I don't know, probably. Now, oil. No, we've done oil. We're after soot, big boy. What are you doing to yourself? No, it's obviously not that one. Soot. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, look, man. And this is the thing. Here's a line of thought for you. You hear about people saying, "Oh, yes, the idea of sex on the beach really appeals." Are you kidding me, mate? Are you serious? If you're having sex on a beach, I don't even want to know where that sound's going. You're going to be No. That's my take on it, as you can gather. And then there's dudes who go to nude beaches. The concept of a sunburnt willy does not appeal to me. Why would you do this to yourself? Ayo. Oh, like sandpaper, got that right. And imagine that. At risk of going a little TMI on the whole topic here. Imagine, as a hypothetical, if you're an uncircumcised gent and you get sand underneath. Yeah, imagine that. God damn, boy. Who wants to do that to themselves? Yes, I'll have sex on the beach, you bloody idiot. That's all I'm saying. Nobody in their right minds. Certainly not in my opinion, anyway. I'm Ken Brockman. Now, this is where it's going to get a little messy, because we need to come into here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, let's face it, guys. Come on now. You can't tell me I'm wrong. Now, out here. I'm going to get a bit of wet cloth over this mat and table post-stream, but that's okay. Suppose I could always try and do that. Mop some of it up and reuse, sort of a thing. Yeah, see, it's a bit of a gradual process with this stuff, but starting to come on. I'll give you. There we go, and zoom in. There we go. Now, once we've gotten pick that up. Put some more along the wings as well while I'm here. Because flying through smoky areas and shit. You generally want to make it look like it's had a bit of wear and tear is what it cuts down to here. All right. Getting there. All righty. A bit more. Yeah, there we go. Take that through there. All right. Now, actually, that's a really good opportunity to do a compare and contrast. Now, this is our kind of grungy wing. There's the clean wing. Grungy, clean. You can see there's a pretty big difference. So that's the whole point. Alrighty, now we may as well, while we're here, we're going to do a little bit on the fuselage because, again, just a bit of a splash with it. Would have flown through a lot of sooty and messy conditions. Smoke, all that sort of caper. All right. While I'm thinking too, propellers. All right. Now, when I do the underside, that I will there we go. Now, Beedly. There we go. And one of the other things this does is it really takes the cleanliness of the propellers, or if the paintwork makes it look like, ooh, that's not clean. No, it is not, nor should it be. You know, how clean's your car? Now, yes, okay, some people would answer that with, well, as a matter of fact, and that's a fair call. Some people do that. But let's face it, the average punter isn't that fastidious. And you can consider that these things were often going out on missions, probably didn't have time for a tip-top clean. One of the bombers I've built, a Lancaster S for sugar, flew 137 missions. Do you really think that would have been very clean? I think not. You know, these are things. So yeah, there we go. I think I've already done this one. Doesn't matter. Now give these a bit of a slapping around. There we go. Look at that. Grunge that. Grunge that. Grungy is good. Is grunge? Is good. So might as well do that over the wing. So that... Oh, no, never mind. I was hoping that I'd drop some of that onto the wing itself. Didn't happen. Never mind. Through we come. Oh, bugger. I'll be damned. There was a... bit of... Now, is that the decal that remained or the paint that came off? It actually looks like where I've been paint. Yeah, it doesn't matter. There's a line that should be on the paintwork or decal marks, and it's not there anymore. I did paint it in, and it's gone. But I'm inclined to think, be damned at this stage. Damn the torpedoes! Full speed ahead, I say. Now, you'll want to get these as grungy as those. And then... it's time for the undercarriage. Actually, no, we're going to come back while I'm here very quickly. Do these tail fins, give them a bit of yuckiness. Bit of mucky muck. There we go. All right. Bit on the side here. There we go. All coming together. Wow, she's almost done, kids. All right. A bit more of grunging up in there. And then, as I said, it's the time for the undercarriage, which I might be well advised to get the jig for on that occasion, at least. For a number of reasons, in fact. It's coming together, slowly but surely. This is one of the bigger pieces of weathering I've had to deal with. There we go. Now she's looking yucky. Now, there we go. There we go. Dee-lee-lee. And, oh, okay. Actually, that's looking good. I'm pretty happy with how that's shaping up. All right. Finally, oops, a daisy. What I'm going to do is get the jig. We're going to do the undercarriage. Yes, we are. Actually, what I might also do is grab some paper towel for various. But once I grab the aircraft, we'll turn it upside down. And we'll do the undercarriage, which won't take long, I shouldn't think. Well, really, that remains to be seen. But yeah, here she is, looking all very dirty and grungy. So yeah, dirty. Oh, excuse me, yeah, there we go. Oh, ow, ow. Yeah, there's that hip again, eh? Alrighty, kids. Last thing for today. Yep. Now, grab there. Over she goes. And there she goes. Alrighty, kids, let's do this. Now, boom through here. Might not want to get too rough with those flaps, I would suggest, and that's fair enough. After all, there. There we go. Almost done. Got to admit, I'm a bit excited. Partly because, well, finished. Partly because it means, well, it's my first B-17. Partly because it means new builds are coming. Or new builds will be happening soon. So, you know, it's all a bit good, boys and girls. All a bit good. And others. I know there's other ways people identify. I should be more... no, I shouldn't. What the hell am I saying? Be damned. I'm probably one of the... Actually, no, I'm not politically incorrect. I just think there's too much made about things at times. All right. Now, once I've gotten those last little strips done, it's a question of splatting it around, and we're done. Now we'll come down through here a bit. And now for just a bit of splatting. Clearly they've been, they would have flown through a bit of yuckiness. Alrighty. We're done. Now, so there's the undercarriage. We're going to zoom out. And what this means is that tomorrow we're going to do our final touches and we're going to be done. Yes, we are. Oh, that's a bit exciting, isn't it? In fact, that's very exciting. If I do the little touch up on the Lavochkin, I don't want to do it now because it starts getting fiddly. Also because I want to clean up where I've been doing the weathering. But if I do that, we can knock both of them off tomorrow. Oh, exciting stuff, kids. All right, anyway, now let's get to the other side. And here is upper areas. So yeah, there we go. All right. Well, that's me done for today, kids. Pretty pleased with the outcome overall. Mostly because the weathering is now done. Yeah. And tomorrow we're actually going to be able to finish the B-17 and the Lavochkin. Yeah. Which means on Tuesday we're going to get a start on a Mustang. Yes, we are. Ooh, it's a bit exciting, I tells you. Alrighty. Now, thank you for watching. I do appreciate that, really. Now, if you want to track me down on other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Robster the Builder on Instagram, Twitch, and Discord, and Rob the Builder and Food Monster on Twitter. And again, we come to those words: follow, like, or subscribe. Now, my pleasure, David. Tomorrow we are. I'm so coming back. I want to get this done. I really do. It'll be good. We'll get this done, the Lavochkin done. If that just happens in really short order, then we got the Viking on hand, I guess. And that means that I'm, for fuck's sake, you see, this is what, I bet you I've got soot effects. I've got it on my hands. I just went white there. I bet you got it on my bloody nose now. Never mind. But what that means is, yeah, Tuesday, we're going to have a look at, and in fact, I'm feeling excited enough to show you what we're going to start to look at on Tuesday. Yep. Give me a moment. Oh, dearie me, governor. But it will be the first of the new builds for the new year will be, drum roll, ta-da, this little number. This will be what we're looking at on Tuesday. We're giving you a bit of a kit appraisal. We'll be working out what's our best methodologies. And I do have a specific paint job in mind for it. Yes, I do. So that's what we're doing on Tuesday. But tomorrow we're going to finish the B-17. And yeah, that'll be a good outcome, I say. Alrighty, people. Again, that is me done for today. I've told you about the other platforms. Tomorrow, I will indeed be back. Excuse me. Why is there fishing line here? What is this? Some kind of display? Really, Rob? Slight distraction there. Look, I do have. It does look good. Obviously, I've had a quick gander. And I have a very specific paint job in mind for it because that car there is pretty much the exact type of car that one of my favorite toys from a kid when I was a child was. Now, I managed to purchase the exact type of Matchbox car that I had as a kid. I'm doing that paint job on it. I also have another Mustang planned after that, actually, as far as a car. And that's actually my favorite type of Mustang, which is the 68, which I'm going to do in a deep blue. Again. But along the way, I'll be doing other builds as well, as I do. Alrighty. Now, tomorrow I'll be back at a similar sort of a time. I'll be back earlier tomorrow. Either of 6:30 or 7 my time. More the standard sort of time that I'm on, guys. Alrighty. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. And hopefully I'll catch you good people then. See yous.